Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
You're side. 56, Mike, 56. And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Sponge, sponge, sponge.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Darnold. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
You're side. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, set, 50, plant. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Greystone, travel. Look at me, zipper. Hey, orbit. Hey, jet. Ready, ready.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Caught here by Bell. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Topper, topper. Smooth.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Check 13. Check 13. Go.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looking deep for Gabriel. This is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taylor Gabriel, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Chiefs, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Faking the give, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set up. 18 Gator. 57. 61. Matchbox lights. 5.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
X3. 218. Jump. Snap.
And that'll be incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
Hey! Go! Go!
Throwing his lock on third down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On the ground is Michel. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Don't say nothing. Ready? 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. They get it. Hey, Haywood.
Now Michel. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got 3 down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They're going to go. It's Darnold. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
We go. 90 Wolf. Protein spill.
On first down. It's Bell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
Go, 10 Lobo. Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo. Rush in. Hey. Motion to the backfield. Deep grip.
On second down, here's Locke. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
you don't want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game. Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 280. Check.
Throwing again is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Darnold now to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lock. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw it is Locke. And able to find Dorsett. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. They look to throw. It's Locke. That's complete. It's Bell. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Charlie. Yes. 57.
Locke looks to throw it again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10.
Look at me, zipper.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And Ingram holds it in. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Bell spinning away. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run it with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Le'Veon Bell. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gostkowski the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Here's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10. On the toss, here's Michel. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up fourth. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Or maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
You draw Porter. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Get it.
Now Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 50, it's Darnold. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Go.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
Lock now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 9, Locke. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Ready, ready. 10 Lobo.
Army. Shoot.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey! 2.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Grant. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Come on, baby.
On third down, Locke. It's complete to Grant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Bell. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
General West.
Check 52. Mike, check, 59.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Trey Flowers able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack on 1st down, Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Darnold now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let him know, let him know.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
57's the mic.
Hey, orbit.
Stop, G. Big stop.
Block will try again on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Well, there was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3-pound, 132 fighter.
On third and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing this one out and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kayvon Webster.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
57 for Mike. 57.
Yep.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Mike's 57. Ready.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 25-yard line. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Who draw quarters?
57's the Mike. Watch 57. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Check. Go.
Lucky.
On 1st down, Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This one taken just inside the 10. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. That'll bring up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. That catch is a big one. We got to note it. Ties him for number 2 all-time. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
64, hey, zoom, now.
57 to Mike, 57 to Mike.
Now.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's locked. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Let's go.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming.
Hey, wahoo!
57 to Mike.
Yo, go!
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night.
Here we go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
It's gonna be a long day.
Hey, foxtrot.
You got tight right there.
Yes. Sit up.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got?
Get it.
Block now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Any weapon. Hey, Charlie.
38, Mike 38.
Look at me. Zipper.
He's trash. Let's go.
Lead grip.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. Wide open receiver complete. 33 yards that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball.
Go.
38 to Mike. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Now lock again. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
Tight dog.
Hey, Alpha. Ready.
Lock going to try and throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Darnold now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. From his linebacker spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a third down.
Five.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. I want that.
Go.
Throwing his lock on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. This one from 48 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach, say, that's it, okay?
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Good stuff. Keep doing it.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam, I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Colts, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll be able to enjoy this